Good morning, students. I hope you are safe and fine. Today, we have to continue from where we have left our chapter, and the name of the chapter was Discovering Truth. The saga continues. Yesterday, I have told the meaning of the word saga. What is the meaning of the saga? Because these all things helps you to understand the chapter. Okay. Let's start our reading. Saga was a long story, okay? Carter, means Howard Carter, who was archaeologist, began investigating the three-nested coffins. Three-nested coffins means that coffins of Pharaoh, Tut. He is also the king in Egypt. King is known as the word Pharaoh. Okay? Don't get confused when I say Pharaoh or king, because in Egypt, king is known by the word Pharaoh. Okay. Carter began investigating his three-nested coffins. Coffin means the body of that Tut which was mummified was kept in a three-nested coffin, in three layers of coffins. Opening the first layer, he found a shroud. Again a word comes, shroud. Shroud. What this word means, shroud? Shroud is actually a cloth which we put on the dead body. It is a cloth which we put on that dead body. Or by that cloth, that dead body is wrapped. That shroud is adorned, means is decorated. That shroud, that cloth was also very beautifully decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals, and cornflowers. The faded evidence of a burial in March or April. Here, a very beautiful picturization of the dead body, how that dead body was looking. Because here, Howard Carter seen that the dead body was adorned with a shroud, and that shroud consists of garlands of willow. Olive leaf means these are all things which are present on that shroud. Like this, that dead body was adorned, that dead body was beautified. Wild celery, lotus petals, these all things are present on that dead body. And cornflowers. And the faded evidence, the word means faded. The faded means not very clear. The faded evidence of a burial in March or April. That not clear any evidence was there, means evidence was not very clear that whether that dead body of that Pharaoh or the king who was Tut, his dead body was whether buried in March or April. There was a presumption that it may be buried in March or April. When he finally reached the mummy, and after removing one layer and another layer, when he finally reached the mummy, though he ran into trouble, the moment he reached the mummy, because that body was covered in the three-nested coffins, and when he was removing that layer one by one, then he reached to a trouble. The ritual resins had hardened. Means the the big thing is that this mummy are kept in a very good manner, because if they doesn't keep that dead body in a better way, in a better manner, that will be totally spoiled. That's why they put ritual resins. Resin means a sticky substance which we put on that dead body, that so that dead body wouldn't get spoiled. Okay, the ritual resins had hardened. That resins, because it took many years, that's why that ritual resin, that is the sticky substance, get very hardened, and this creates a trouble to the Howard Carter. The ritual resins had hardened, cementing Tut to the bottom of his solid coffin. Because that resin was put on that dead body of Tut, because of that, that dead body of the Tut was cementing, means was very much firmly fixed, attached to the solid gold coffins. Because of that resin, the body of that Tut was strongly stuck to the gold coffin, because he was kept in that gold coffin, and that resin had hardened his body. That's why that body was not easily removed. No amount of legitimate force could move them. Means there is no any measurement, means there is no any sufficient power in order to move them, in order to separate that dead body, that mummified Tut, from that gold coffin. Carter wrote later what was to be done, and Howard Carter has written afterwards what they have to do with that dead body. The sun can beat down like a hammer this far south in Egypt. Now he got an idea that in Egypt the temperature is very high. That's why he got an idea that if we put that dead body of Tut in sunshine, that the heat of the sun will act as a hammer in order to remove that dead body from the gold coffin. The sun can beat, yes, the sun can act like a hammer, because when sunlight will come on that resin, it will be loosened. But let's see what happened in the future. The sun can beat down like a hammer this far south in Egypt, and Carter tried to use it to loosen the resins. And Carter has applied this method in order to weaken the resin, so that when the resin will become weak, will become loose, then he can easily remove the dead body of that Tut from the gold coffin, which was attached to that gold coffin like a solid material, like a wall. It was attached to that gold coffin. For several hours, he set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine. What this word mean? Blazing. What this word mean? Blazing. Blazing sunshine. Here, blazing has been used like an adjective who is modifying the sunshine, because everyone says sun shines very brightly, blazing sunshine. These are modifying that how that sunshine was. Here it is said that mummy was kept outside in the blazing sunshine. This blazing means, what this word blazing mean? to burn brightly. Blazing sunshine means to burn brightly. That sun was shining very brightly because that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit, because that heat is not normal heat like in our temperature 30 40 degrees or more than 40 degrees temperature goes, then we started feeling very hot. But at that time in Egypt, the temperature was 149 degree Fahrenheit. In that 149 degree Fahrenheit, Carter thought that the body of that tooth will be easily removed from that gold coffin. Nothing buzzed. Again the word comes buzzed. What this word means bust? B-U-D-G-E-D. What this word buzz means? Buzz means to move slightly, to move a little. Okay, buzz means to move a little. But what happened? He had put that mummy in the blazing sunshine, in the brightly sunshine, but that body of truth was not buzzed, was not moved a little. It was fixed, that gold coffin. Nothing buzzed. He reported with scientific detachment. He had now applied the scientific detachment that consolidated material had to be chiseled away. Now he applied the scientific method in order to detachment means in order to remove. Scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away. Chiseled away means in order to cut away. Nothing buzzed, means nothing was moved a little. He reported a scientific method so that body might be removed. But what happened? Let's see. The consolidated material had to be chiseled away, but that material had to be cut away. That material was so firmly fixed, that gold coffin, that was not easily removed. That's why he had decided that he will chisel away, means cut away. A word is given, chiseled away, means cut away. Chiseled away means to cut away. When he decided that now he will cut and then he will remove that. Okay. Chiseled away from beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to raise the king's remains. Now he decided to cut beneath the limbs and trunk in order to remove the king. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. In his defense, means in his protection, there was a little choice that he has to apply this method. Because by using chisel method, cutting method, body gets destruction. Body is, some part will be misplaced, but nothing was to be done in spite of cutting away. If he hadn't cut the mummy free, if he had not cut that mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. If he had not applied this method, chisel method, then thieves might have stolen the precious thing which was with the mummy. In Tut's time, The royals were fabulously wealthy. Fabulously, what is what fabulously means? Extremely wealthy. They were very much rich, and they thought or hoped they could take their riches with them. And they thought that if they are wealthy, if they are rich, after death they will take all these things with them. It is their feeling, it is their imagination that after death, whatever precious thing they have, they will take that thing and they will hold that thing after their death also. For his journey to the great beyond, King Tut was lavished with glittering gold, precious collars, inlaid necklaces and bracelets, rings, amulets, a ceremonial apron, sandals, sheaths for his fingers and toes, and the now iconic inner coffin and mask, all of pure gold. These are the material. Here narrator has very pointedly identified and shown that these are the things which King Tut had thought that he will be carrying away with him after his death, and all these things are present there. In that things there are glittering golds. What this word mean? Glittering golds means very much impressive golds, precious golds was there. The goods which were glittering goods was the glittering means impressive goods. Yes, glittering goods means impressive goods was also present there. Precious, important collars, inlaid necklace, amulets, sheet means covering of for his fingers. All these things are present in his gold coffin, and everything was basically made of gold. To separate Tut from his adornments, in order to remove the Tut from his adornment, from his decoration, Cartermans removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. Carter's men, first of all, remove the mummy's head. First of all, they remove the head of that mummy of the Tut and severed means cut it very minutely every major joints, and they bisected, they separated every major joints. Once they have done all these bisections, separations, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand. After bisection, after separation of all this, the joint, they again reassembled, again they kept all these things on a sand, on a layer of a sand in a wooden box, because everything was in the pieces. That's why they had started to reassemble, again decided to recollect all the small parts of that body on a layer of sand in a wooden box. In order to reassembling all these things, they have put the small parts of that mummy on a layer of sand, and they kept inside a wooden box with padding that concealed the damage. With padding means to fill that damage. Padding means actually it is a soft substance which we basically use in order to pack something, because that padding helps the material not to be get spoiled, in order to protect that material, padding has been done. In our life also we do padding when we kept some glass vessels in a parcel. We do padding so that when the glass will shake, that padding helps them to control the jerk, so that glass or that glass materials should couldn't get any crack or spoiled. Okay, that padding that concealed the damage, and they had done this padding in order to cover the damage which was done with that mummy. The bed where Toots now rest, and that wooden box now acts as a bed for Toot where he takes rest. Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades. Now, later I want to say that archaeology main purpose is to find out the ancient things. What was things which was present in our ancient time? What was the manner of their living? Means archaeology concerned with the ancient things in order to study, in order to identify the ancient things. But here, I want to say that now the archaeology has been shifted from its main focus, and now they are focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life. And now they are focusing more on their details of their life, how that Tut was living, what are the things which are buried with him, and less they focus on the treasure, means the property or the wealthy things, and intriguing mysteries of death. Now they are busy in identifying the lifestyle of the Tut and intriguing. What this word mean? Intriguing. What this word intriguing means? Intriguing mysteries of death means engaging. This intriguing is engaging. Now the archaeologists are more concerned about the lifestyles of the Tut and intriguing and engaging more in the search of the mysteries of his death, less than to find out what are the treasure, what are the wealthy things which are present there. It also uses more sophisticated tools, including medical technology. He had also uses a sophisticated, means complicated tools, equipments in order to find out what are the things which are present there, including medical technology, and he has used the medical technology also in order to find out. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, first of all, we have said that first of all, we have seen that in 1922, Howard Carter has discovered the Tut. Yes, in 1922, Howard Carter has discovered the Tut, and in 1968, an anatomy professor X-ray the mummy. In 1922, Howard Carter who was archaeologist. In 1922, Howard Carter, who was archaeologist, he discovered the tooth. Means what was the lifestyle of that tooth and what are the precious things which are buried with him. But in 1968, an anatomy professor what this word anatomy means? Here we have said that Howard Carter was archaeologist, and archaeologists are concerned about the search, about the findings, about the investigation, about the ancient things. What does anatomy do? What this word anatomy means? Here in anatomy, it is a scientific study. Anatomy, it is a scientific study. It is a scientific study of the structure of the body of the human being or an animal. Anatomy means the scientific study of the structure of human being or animal. Means scientific method is used to study the structure of the human being or animal. And here the purpose of the anatomy professor was that he want to find out the structure, he want to find out the main things about that tooth, which was mummified. After 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy. In 1968, anatomy means the scientific study of the structure of human being or animal. Anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact. Means anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and revealed that, and what he revealed? He revealed a startling fact. He revealed a startling fact. He revealed a startling fact. What this startling means? Surprisingly fact. Means the fact which creates surprise, that what actually was going on. Startling fact. Beneath the resin that cakes his chest, his breastbone and front ribs are missing. He revealed that mummy, the tooth mummy, had missing something. And what are the things? His breastbone and front ribs are missing. These are the things which was missing in that body, because he was a professor of anatomy and he knows what are the main structure of the human body. That's why he says that he present a startling fact, a surprising fact, that tooth's front ribs are missing and his breastbone was missing. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography. Means today, minute searching, minute identification can be done by CT scan. And CT scan full form is computed tomography. CT scan by which hundreds of X-rays in cross section are put together. In CT scan, what happened? First of all, head goes inside, and CT scan is a collection of hundred of X-ray, because X-ray is very narrow in nature, very small in nature. That's why here narrator says that CT scan had been done in comparison to hundreds of X-rays, because if we do hundreds of X-ray and if we do a single CT scan, we can identify each and everything, by which hundreds of X-rays. Here narrator want to say that if we do CT scan then 100 of X-ray will be equal, because in CT scan 100 of X-ray is equal to 1 CT scan. Here he found that it is better to do CT scan.